You're sick of it. Everything you try isn't working. She's clipped down every day this week. He's pulled his yellow card for what seems like weeks now. Just remember that we can solve this behavior together. So remember that every behavior does have a purpose. Every behavior, there is a function, and we just have to find it. So there are 4 main functions of a behavior that are typically recognized. First is escape or avoidance of work or a social situation. Second, attention seeking. They're seeking attention, positive or negative, from their peers, from their teachers, or from parents. Seeking access to materials is the third. So they are seeking tangibles. They're seeking a desired activity. And lastly, sensory stimulation. It just feels good. In order to identify the function, you have to identify the ABCs. So the first is the antecedent, second behavior, and third, what is the consequence? To help you out with this, I have linked a blank chart below from the University of Kansas. Either you observe the child's behaviors, or if you're in the middle of teaching, then have a para, have an aide, have an administrator, or a trusted friend, colleague, have them observe those behaviors. So what you're looking for is what happened right before the child misbehaved. What was the incident that led to the child misbehaving? If you track it over time, maybe one observation isn't going to cut it, but if you track it over time, you might notice a trend that every single time he throws his pencil, right before that, you saw a little facial movement that showed that he was getting frustrated with the problem he was working on. Therefore, it was work avoidance and not attention like you previously thought. So notice, does the consequence reinforce his behavior? So if he is trying to avoid a task or she is trying to avoid a task, and you stop them from completing that task, and you redirect them and have a conversation about that consequence, which is their consequence, then they got out of work that they were hoping for. So you're looking for the antecedent, what occurs right before the behavior, what is the behavior, and then right afterwards, what is the consequence that reinforces the behavior. Don't be discouraged if it takes a few observations to find trends, to identify what is the function of the child's behavior. Also, once you do know that function, then you can once you do know the function of a child's behavior, then you can intervene and you can look for the right intervention to ensure that the behavior decreases or is eliminated completely.